Hello again, crafty friends. Today I'm going to be making cards with the pumpkin embellishments I made last week, as well as this beautiful Stampin' Up! Embossing folder. I've had it for a while, and I think I've only used it once. The two colors I've chosen for this background are the cinnamon color from Stampin' Up! And then this sandy color. I'm not sure where I got it. I know birch trees are white, but I think these colors will go nicely with the pattern papers that I'm going to be choosing. The folder is 6 by 6, so of course I'll be cutting it down to 5 1/4 by 4. I have my card bases and the Harvest Mega Pack. Lots of fun patterns and cut aparts. Let's go ahead and fold the card bases. Okay, let's go ahead and fold those card bases. It's going to be landscape cards this time, so it will be a nice change. I always stamp the inside first, so it'll help me to remember. Now these are ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and run the colored cardstock through the embossing folder and through my die cut machine. And I take the middle shim out when I'm doing these because they are so thick. And just like magic, they came out beautifully. So I'm going to cut them both down to 5 1/4 by 4. These are 6 by 6. So that would make a fun card too. So because these are landscape cards, I'll cut my paper with the bigger measurement first. In this case, 5 1/4. I think that's going to look really nice. I want to make sure I get the right imprint. And so yes, I'm going to pick out my pattern pieces here in a little bit. But yeah, that's very, very pretty, I think. You can use either the embossed or the debossed side. And I'm going to be using the same sketch, basically. So let's go through and look at the pieces. That's a real pretty piece right there, nice and muted. And then I'm going to pick out these beautiful flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? I chose some cute stamps for the inside. As mentioned before, I will stamp the inside first. So in case it doesn't come out, I can just flip the card over. I'm incorporating some of the same colors I used for the pumpkin. So this will be orange. It's You Are So Loved. I think that's a precious sentiment for a Thinking of You card. And then I'm going to be stamping the wheat shock inside that one. I'm going to be using the amber color. And I'm going to put it to the left. And I think it comes out pretty well. Now for the second card, I'm going to be using my gorgeous sentiment again. And I'm going to be using Pear Pizzazz for that, because I do have those colors in my pumpkin embellishment. The stamp pad has it's seen better days. It's a little worse for wear, but it still works. That turned out lovely. I think it's a cute sentiment. And now I'm going to put my little pumpkins. And both the wheat shock and the pumpkins came out of a Thanksgiving set. So I'm sure you'll see more of those as we go. And I'm going to be covering up a little bitty smudge on the bottom. Hopefully you can't see that. I may actually color those in with alcohol markers just to make sure. Who knows? So I'm going to cut my pattern paper now to the 5 by 3 3/4. because I did cut my embossed piece to 5 1/4 by 4. And because this isn't directional, I don't have to worry about which measurement I do first. So that turned out just right, and it's going to look nice. You can use so many different colors on the background. But I'm going to go ahead and make that strip in the middle for my pumpkin to sit on. Yeah, it definitely needs that piece because it just kind of blends into the background. So I will be picking out a more solid color, and I chose that piece for this. I'm cutting it 2 inches by the 4 1/4. No, 4. Yep, I'm just checking it out for size. I'm going to be picking out the second solid or almost solid piece for the second card. And I'm going to be cutting that down. Why cut 1 if you can cut 2? And then I'm going to be assembling. So please enjoy some beautiful music. This is going to be a little bit more sped up. So I will see you on the other side. And here are my 2 cards made with my pumpkin embellishments. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.